VW Conversations. It's about people. It's about issues. It's about us. VW Conversations. Usahang katungod. Usahang kinahanglanon. Pag-iristorya ita ang kinahanglan pag-iristorya. VW Conversations.
Welcome to a special edition of VW Conversations. It's a Saturday and dara kay maada kita mga importante nga mga bisita. Management decided to have a special broadcast and of course naman talaga
the very obvious.
Maram ka mo mga kasangkayan, ginadamo iton mga nagpapakiana. Ano iton mahinanabu yan ang adlaw? Bisa na kadtuakhan like cafe, I had coffee. Asam ma'am, di ba di ba VW ka? Di ba tinatanghi ato? Ganon ka pa. Di ba? Parang ganon. Anyway, so everyone, I think is watching us because we are live on cable TV, we are live on Facebook, on radio, and tanan nga platforms hiton VW Media Network. Hello Mannie, good morning.
Hey Eden, good morning. Maupay nga oras sa aton nga tanan. And again, just like what Eden said, this is a special edition of VW Conversations on a Saturday. Awara pa natin adjective para on Saturday. Kasi everyday meron natin adjective for VW Conversations.
It's a beautiful Saturday.
Anyway, this is an exciting Saturday para aton nga tanan because we have with us the FYT team or the fight team. Okay, so we have Mr. Voltaire, we have Mr. Rupert AMBIL, of course.
The
ARAULLO. He's back in Boronga.
At least andito siya na walang
Hindi siya
disaster, walang lindol, walang rugby, walang Yolanda, etc. So siguro ano to pasyal.
Yes, pasyal na.
Pasyal sa Rupert.
Workation.
Workation.
We're here to fight.
Bago yan.
Oo nga. Ano ba yung fight? Parang anong laban natin?
Ano pinaglalaban mo?
Anong pinaglalaban
natin? Kayong tatlo.
Si Rupert ang magpapaliwanag.
Kasi siya yung may pakana dito sa fight na to.
Actually, itong grupo na to started because of yung stories namin, experience namin post-Yolanda. Kasi we've been working as colleagues before. We covered Yolanda in our own capacity from Rappler to ABS. And 2 years ago, I said we wanted to start a program to help the kids here in our province. Baka pwede tayong tumulong in our own way. So we started with what we called A-Frame Project. It's just an informal project that we set up a photo booth with our friends. We asked them to donate so we can give class pictures.
Yes.
Eh matagal na rin, naging successful naman siya yung program. Na-distribute na yung class pictures kasi ang hindi alam ng maraming tao, isa sa mga pwede natin ibigay sa mga kasama natin, sa community natin, yung magigit na bagay, what it makes an impact. So we started with class pictures. Apparently, marami pala tayong public schools na wala silang kahit isang class picture.
Oh.
Ever since, kinder hanggang graduate, wala silang memory ng school. So yun yung tingin namin, isang way namin makapag-give back. Kasi we're storytellers, we're visual storytellers also. Mahilig si Atom mag-shoot ng pictures. Si Volts, we're teaching him how to shoot. So because of yung namin, parang informal project between friends, isip namin na maybe we should start our own company. So yun doon na formally can fight.
So this is actually in social media, particularly in FB.
Yes.
Yes, digital
platform.
YouTube. Digital platform. Well, I mean, yung grupo naman ay patuloy pang nag-evolve. Siguro parang nagsisimula lang doon sa recognition na merong espasyo, merong space sa digital sphere for good storytelling. I mean, we're not saying that it doesn't exist. There are a lot of great storytellers out there, very successful organizations, but we wanted to do something on our own because of our collective experience covering different stories in the Philippines. And then, siguro the crucial ingredient or the crucial step that we want to explore is to how to bridge the gap between doing a good story and then encouraging people to act on that particular story. Kasi minsan challenge yan eh. Magaling ang mga journalists na magkwento kung ano ba yung nangyayari. Pero kadalasan, pag napuha mo na yung damdamin ng mamamayan, parang you leave them to their own devices, no? Na parang, oh sige,
Parang
bahala
wala
na kayo.
okay na.
Kaya niya yan, ha? Parang do what you can, di ba?
Kasi ginawa na namin yung amin.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that kakulangan yun ng mga mamamahayag, but it's just facing reality na parang we are exploring different ways of doing that. Hindi lang bilang isang digital media platform because that's a small part of what we do, but also going to communities, going to like Borongan and meeting journalists here, meeting storytellers here, and parang having this exchange na parang how can we help each other in this age of parang massive output of content online, and not all of them is good. Nagagamit ka minsan for disinformation. So how can we be a positive force to influence people online? Yan.
It's special actually yung ground event na to namin. This is our first ground event outside Manila.
Ooh.
Siguro kay may affinity ako, taga Leyte ako. Rupert is from Borongan. Si Atom, adopted son of Eastern Visayas. So may affinity kami sa region. So we thought it's one of the best places. Oo. Pagkita namon, maupay nga take-off point amon mga events. Ngan kay community. Kanina nakikita nga niya kaniyo show ang Paraguma. Exactly amo itong content nga nakikita namon relevant kay ang mga Paraguma ani. For instance, kinahanglan ni ring content diri lat ti nga national.
Andinhi talaga.
Andinhi hyperlocal, itong tawagon namon hyperlocal. Kay mas sira ni haira, mas relevant ta ira, mga pakabuhi at ira daily grind. So it digital age na pagkita namon may da oportunidad na nga magkauro sa mag-collaborate iton journalist, iton reporter kamo nganit
Sila receive lang ng receive. Tayo bigay lang ng bigay. Sometimes di sila sigurado kung totoo ba yung binibigay natin sa kanila.
Tsaka mas alam mas alam manonood yung issue.
True.
Hindi pala minsan, madalas.
Most of the time.
So, lalo na kapag dating sa mga communities na like yun na nga outside of Metro Manila. I mean, for better or worse, yung ating newscast tends to be Manila-centric, di ba?
Yeah.
True.
I would say 90%, if not more, of news reports come from Manila. So minsan nga, yung maliit na krimen na nangyayari sa Tondo, yun yung top news.
Yes.
And parang kung ikaw yung hindi naman taga Manila, parang it might be interesting, pero paano naman yung mga local issues? So it's really, actually we've been talking about this. It's not really training, although part yun, minsan may mga gustong humingi ng konting training or tips how to do news reports, but more than that, I think yung skills madali lang matutunan eh. It's more of parang building this network, na parang andyan yung internet, it's free. Sabihin, hindi naman, eventually it's going to reach more and more people at hopefully at a cost that becomes lower and lower. So mas madali nang mag-usap-usap yung mga tao, pwede tayong mag-share ng information. Sabi nga ni Volts kanina, wala na yung gatekeepers. So that's both good and bad. Good kasi mas madaling maglabas ng mga news, pero bad kasi nakikita nga natin ngayon yung mga may masasamang agenda nagagamit siya to spread misinformation. So we also have to organize ourselves para pwede nating labanan yung ganun.
Yeah. One of the things that we really want to establish sa ginagawa namin, it's not just learning the technical skills. right? Kasi when you talk about skills, technology, it's all there.
Yeah.
YouTube lang yan.
Oo, madali yan. Anybody can pick up a phone, camera, do reporting. What we want to actually establish is the values that comes with it. Kasi hindi na pag-uusapan yan eh.
Yung social responsibility.
Yes. Before you can use any tool, you should know why and how you use it for. Kasi madali naman pag-aralan.
This is my account, this is my
space.
Space, yeah.
So I can write whatever I want,
you
no?
know.
So parang yun
We have to move beyond that.
Precisely. Kaya lang, hindi ganun ang pag-iisip ng ibang mga users. Most of our users, actually.
So parang they think of it as an individual platform na para bang free to express whatever they want without necessarily looking into the implications or consequences ng kanilang mga pinopost.
We also want to share our experience that who you are in the digital world should be the same person in the real world.
Exactly.
Kasi you don't talk to kami, Sir Mannie, pa nag-uusap tayo. It's the same way that we talk to each
Yes,
other.
definitely.
We respect yung how we say things, how we feel, ganyan. So, more than the technology, I think we should start with that, the value of communicating properly, di ba?
Actually, ang added value natin itong content production, local man or national. Kay may na kita mga practices nga pwede nila i-adapt. Kay anybody can of course invoke freedom of expression, kay nga tanan man kita may katungod. Pero may responsibility. In fact, nag-self-regulate kita. Bisan kita may mga sayo, pusahay, wrong grammar man yan, minsan wrong fact, ganyan. Pero we correct. We are accountable. I think ayan ang key, accountability itong nagpuproducing content. As soon as you post anything online,
Nag-instorya kita nga, hikamo nga mga tao who use Facebook, you have to discipline yourselves. But unfortunately, bisan hikita, some of us practitioners in na violate hindi naman gihapon nga atong ginihinakan, and that is sad. Kasi for instance, itong imo platform is radio, nga damo itong iya listeners. Itong tendency itong tao na tuod kasi kunahan itong ginayakan naton.
Yes.
Because we are supposed to be
In
authority.
authority.
No? Yun lang ang
Setback.
masakit. In Borongan, there's even an issue of legitimate and illegitimate media practitioners in Borongan City.
From one person's perspective.
Oh, from one person's perspective. Sabi, kaya tatanong ko nga sa inyo is there a legitimate and an illegitimate media? Because there's an argument ongoing here.
Well,
About it.
I guess what I can say first of all is there's no such thing as a license to
Mismo.
practice journalism, and it's deliberately designed that way. Kasi unlike engineers or doctors, certain journalists hold a special place. I mean, obviously we all hold a special place in society, but journalists have a role that requires them to be able to hold power to account. Meaning, tawag nga, di ba, fourth estate, parang kailangan merong certain level of independence ang media. And therefore, if you have a licensing system that's held by government, baka maging paraan yun para ipitin yung mga mamamahayag na maaring hindi nila gusto, medyo pasaway o critical. Unfortunately, syempre, meron ding may good and bad yan. Unahin ko na yung bad side siguro. Yung bad side, anyone can pick up a camera and anyone can call themselves a journalist. Pero ang nagiging mechanism na dyan is the audience themselves. Sila na yung nagsasabi kung sino yung mga pinagkakatiwalaan nila. Therefore, before, nagkakaroon ng natural selection process, no, na parang yung mga hindi credible o yung hindi naglalabas ng mga reports na makatotohanan, naturally medyo they fade into the background. But nowadays, the problem is because of social media, parang nawala yung isang barrier. Parang nawala ng ganong klaseng naging defense mechanism against disinformation. So people who don't have a journalism background, in fact, not even pretending to be journalists, or rather, not even attempting to be good journalists, they can use the power of social media to their advantage. Parang gini-game nila yung system. So, yun na nga, may mga deliberately gumagawa ng fake news. Tapos parang Meron silang network of people who will like it, who will engage with it, who will share it, and therefore kumakalat. So, gusto ko lang balansehin na merong ganong real situation na kailangan labanan. Kailangan actively sinasabi ng mga tao na hindi totoo to. Pero, ang gagawa na nun, yung mismong audience. So, kailangan yung audience marunong nang tumingin. Marunong mag-fact check. Mag-isip muna, parang totoo ba to? I-share ko ba talaga to? Kasi on the other hand, kapag sabihin mo naman na, hindi dahil sa meron ng disinformation, dapat meron ng licensing. Problematic din yun eh. For me, hindi ako pabor dun eh. Kasi kung sabihin natin na kasi dahil ang daming fake news, dapat meron ng mga lisensya para pag nagkamali ka, we will revoke your license. Ang problema naman dun, nawawala yung independence ng media. So, you can imagine a situation, and this is not hypothetical, this is kumbaga, this is real happening even when we don't apply for licenses. The government can really exert their influence and say parang sige. I mean, I can cite a very good example at the moment, but I guess guys know what I'm talking about. Merong mga media outlets na hindi ganun ka friendly sa administration, and therefore they're put under pressure. Imagine if you had the license system.
Yeah.
Hindi parang, itong si Atom, maingay na to Katsin mo nga license niyan, di ba? Mahirap. Tsaka hindi rin enforceable kasi meron din akong SOCMED So, post ako sa Facebook, sabihin ko, I'm just doing this as an individual. Di ba? So, parang walang, for me, yung legitimacy at illegitimacy ng media will be judged by the audience, will be judged by the people consuming their stories.
But the problem is nga, maraming mga tao ang hulak this up. Yung kung ano yung fake, kung ano yung hindi tama, parang yun yung mga pinaniniwalaan. Ang tanong ngayon is, yung challenge para sa mga media practitioner, how do you combat this fake news?
Coming from
yes.
Fake media, fake yung parang ganun at pinag-aaway, di ba? Pero in reality, natural allies yung media at tao dahil voice ng tao, lalo na yung voiceless, yung media dahil merong platform. But then, may power din yung tao na mag-voice dahil may platform na rin sila, may social media. So both, may tools, how do you converge? Yung merge yung ganong powers. Be the responsible use, how to spot fake news, how to hold journalists accountable, how to call them out, di ba?
Jumping off from what Atom and VOLTAIRE said, I think sa amin, that's why we're starting this campaign. So campaign, we call it a campaign because pag activity, we do a workshop tapos na. I think it's about time that us in the industry realize that we have to help each other. So hindi, when we look at this problem, it's a problem that should be solved by the industry. So one of the things that we want to do is really enhance yung awareness ng ating audience, ng netizens, ng normal na tao that this is what we do as communicators. Ito ang role ng media. We have to make them understand so they appreciate, they know how to discern kung ano yung tama sa kanila. We want to teach them how to be part of the system. Right? Kasi whether we like it or not, the audience saka yung storyteller or yung broadcaster, isang buong ano na yan environment na siya Minsan nagkakapalit pa yan Right? But if we don't have the same ground rules, we don't teach them the same values, diba? Sa conversation na gusto nating ayusin, mahirapan tayo. Saka, if technology gets ahead of us, mahirapan tayo makaka-catch up. Kasi tayo, we can only do so much, but it only takes one. So, we're hoping that we're really grateful for the opportunity with partners with us.
How much more sa local na may immediate need? Ganyan.
Yung you have one program about agriculture, right?
Yes.
So, kasi if you spark that interest, imagine yung platform igniting yung interest ng mga bata to appreciate agriculture. Boost the economy, revive the industry. Daming pwedeng gawin with the platform that we have. We like to make them appreciate. Isa sa mga pwede nating gawin to start something. So it starts with information.
I'm just intrigued kasi yung pangalan ng is fight.
Siya.
Parang
Pinapasok ko na sa
yan. Kasi parang Yung pinaglalaban talaga.
Ano nga ba
And yet,
pinaglalaban?
based from how you explained yung group, it's something positive, something na evolving, na gusto nating makita yung pagbabago on how people use social media.
Yeah.
Pero bakit fight?
Go fighter ato.
Actually, hindi pa kami nakakabuo ng magandang story. Pwedeng pagbalik na lang.
Tingnan na yung page, wala pa eh.
Wala pa. I guess, ano lang, hindi naman, we think that yung teaching people how to stand up for themselves is a good thing. So parang fighting may have many different meanings. I tend to see it as a positive thing kasi parang sometimes you have to fight for the change that you want. Hindi naman yan isa-serve sa'yo na silver platter.
Yes.
Dahil may mga nakikinabang doon sa current na system. Kaya naman namamayagpag yan kasi may mga nakikinabang. So, fighting can take on many different forms. I mean, it can be as simple as educating yourself and being a strong voice for the community and so on. So, ito, ano lang yan, dahil sa 3 letters lang, gano'n. 1 syllable. Parang, sige, yun na yan.
Ang ganda nun, pwede isulat mo yun na doon ilagay mo sa ating.
Hanapin na natin, i-download natin.
But there are yung mga partners ko sa group. They're very humble in a way na hindi nila ma-accept na kinait yung fight kasi yun talaga yung gustong gawin eh. There's a fight out there. It's a fight every day.
Totoo.
Binago namin ang spelling kay Bangin magpakiawayon.
Dito sa Borongan. So, what do we expect to happen?
What's going to
after
happen
this?
this afternoon?
Yeah, this afternoon.
Mag-surfing ka.
Surfing. Actually, ang ultimate goal mag-surfing.
Swimming.
Workation.
May the 3 main topics. Una, Rupert mag-istorya tungod dit mga local stories, experience and A-frame namon i-medana niya overview kanina. It important siya mga istorya tikang community. Stories that inspire, local stories that inspire communities. So, he'll take off from there at saka mga relevant nga issues din ni development, anong mga potential din ni region in terms of livelihood, in terms of yung daily grind nila, mainly mga farmers, mga mag-uro, mga mangingisda, lima.
Matatanda,
All dogs don't learn new tricks.
matigas na yung ulo. Refuse,
Parang
change.
kami lang.
Actually, di ba kami millennials? It fight millennial term ito niya.
Excuse me, ako millennial.
Borderline ka na.
Yeah, for those who are interested, open pa yata, di ba, Cressa? They can come at Serenada at 1
o'clock
p.m.
yeah.
12
Serenada
to 1
Event
p.m.
Center.
will be the registration. So, you can come as individuals. So, yung mga estudyante dyan na magbabarkada, if you want to learn more about what fight is fighting for, di ba? This is the best opportunity. And tandaan nyo, this is the first place that they went to outside Metro Manila. So parang napakalaking opportunity for all of us to have this kind of an opportunity. And of course, para ma-meet and greet
Naman.
si Atom Arroullo.
And then,
And
sila
of course, sila Voltaire. Yeah. These are the faces behind fight.
Yes. And I am extending the invitation again to the members of the Borongan City Press Club. Marami tayong matututunan. Maybe we can ask them yung mga salukubin natin. I think they can help us out. Tatanda na tayo, mas
Meron
bata
nang
pa to sa
natakel.
kanila.
May natakel na kanina, yung legitimacy.
Anyway.
Fight. Ibang fight.
Fight.
Actually, listening to na tour.
Yeah.
Mas gusto pa namin makinig kung anong talaga.
Feedback.
Maraming kwento. It's going to be one real storytelling afternoon. Diba? So, thank you very much sa inyo.
Thank you.
Anyway, makikita-kita pa naman tayo mamayang hapon.
It's going to be a long day. But it's going to
At
be
siguro
productive.
mag-surfing kayo and then maybe may si Rupert
Meron siyang cruise, river cruise.
May river cruise.
Have you yet to try that?
Marami mga nagtatanong.
Ano yun pang lalagyan lang ng coconut. Pero marami yung tatanong kung pwede daw.
Oo, actually,
lang.
Rupert, maraming nagtatanong kung
Maraming
pwede daw.
nagtatanong.
Nas-promote ka pa.
At saka kung hanggang saan.
Sir kami.
Sa sideline niya si Rupert meron niya siya mga plano.
Homecoming ni Ernie din.
Bekenemen.
Oo naman.
Diba?
Yung-
Oo, diba?
Lumalaki ang
daming
Borongan.
potential,
Diba? So
Yeah,
maraming
pag-usapan na namin ni Rupert yan.
business opportunities.
Conversations
Oo,
with Sir Mannie.
Yes.
Dapat nga ito mag-conversations
Oo,
din
meron.
tayo.
One time bumalik si Rupert, dapat isang episode with VW. Pipigain natin siya. Marami siyang plano. Agriculture.
Oh, pag-usapan
Magiging
natin
ano
at
yan
gawin, hindi lang hanggang
Magiging
plano.
Maiwanan
magnet
muna
na
kami
yan.
ha.
Hindi, ibig sabihin mas mapapadalas ang punta niyo dito.
Oh, yes.
Kasi dito si Rupert. So, thank you very much ayong atanan mga kasangkayan, para, especially para iton aton mga viewers outside the country. At least kasi etong kagandahan, yung mga OFWs at saka yung mga nag-settle na talaga outside, ay eto yung, dito sila kumukuha ng information.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, most of our viewers
most of our
are
viewers